Right. I'm just starting Game of Thrones. Finally. Thanks to the Steam sale, I got it nice and cheap. Also enjoying my coffee.
The trout in the towers, the wolves dropped the fish and they all ran away. The trout he flopped off for hours and hours. Another war to pray. Two weddings brought on by beheadings, the night they cooks to me. Two weddings brought on by beheadings, yet all is happily.
The great Jamie Lannister, Kingslayer, Oathbreaker, brought to his knees by the men of the North.
And set free by the women. You'd think he'd done it himself the way he tells it. Lord Forrester's sword won't clean itself, you know. Make sure it's spotless this time. Lord Forrester won't be happy with blood and brains all over it. Go on, it's only blood. Now that is a proper sword.
I'll have one like it myself someday.
You'll never have a sword like that. I say that as a friend. And if we're being honest, you are just a squire.
Why not?
You don't give swords like that to pig farmers.
I had a hand in it, you know.
A hand in what?
Capturing him.
He was nowhere near the Kingslayer at the Whispering Wood. He was so drunk he barely made it out of his tent. Next he'll tell us he caught Tyrion too.
So what really happened?
Someone caught him, I suppose. Ask any man here and they'll say it was them.
You captured the Kingslayer.
Aye. Well, I had a hand in it.
Aye. A hand round his ankle as 10 others took him down.
See? What do I tell you?
I brought him to his knees.
Lord Forrester.
And not before he dragged you halfway across the battlefield on your face.
You're questioning Norrin's honor.
I'm questioning Norrin's story, which grows more far-fetched every time he tells it.
Get your liege lord some wine. Go on.
Right, thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Garrett. I'll do it. Norrin's family has faithfully served House Forrester for centuries. His honor is beyond reproach, and House Tully is forever in his debt. They've never seen a field plowed so well as the day the Kingslayer dragged poor Norrin across the battlefield. Fetch your cup. Tonight we celebrate.
Oh, that guy's gonna die. He's a good guy.
To Robb Stark, the King in the North!
The King
King in the North!
Tomorrow, we march on Casterly Rock, and House Forrester has been given the greatest honor to lead the Young Wolf's army and ride as the vanguard!
The gods have favored us. Onward to Casterly Rock!
Aye! Death to the Lannisters! Aye!
The North remembers!
Aye!
Got it.
Yes, my lord?
I need you to keep an eye out for Roderick. As his father, I could not be more proud of the man he's become. On a night like this, men find false courage at the bottom of their cups. I'd rather he were here.
Yes, my lord.
There's also the question of what's to be done with you. It's been on my mind for a while now.
With me, my lord?
You've served House Forrester well for several years now, but I can't expect you to squire forever. How shall I reward your loyalty? What can I offer you?
To bring honor to House Forrester, my lord.
You have more honor than those who were born to it. There were those who had their doubts when your uncle put forth your name as my squire. But you've erased those doubts entirely. It would be an honor to see you riding by Roderick's side in the vanguard tomorrow. Not as a squire, but as the equal of any man who serves House Forrester. It's well deserved, Garrett.
Thank you, my lord. I promise. I won't let you down.
That I don't doubt. But for now, keep this between us. We're celebrating tonight. I wouldn't want the other squires to feel discouraged.
Yes, my lord.
Now go, and find Roderick if you can.
I will, my lord. Thank you.
Bloody hell. Empty. Squire! Fetch us more wine!
Can you give me a hand? Come on. Can I get up to you?
Yeah, no problem.
I have been a squire longer than you.
So?
I outrank you. You should help me.
Oh, getting a big head. Seems like a humble guy.
Wine, scrub my armor, clean my boots. Just my luck to end up with Norin while you serve the Lord. Let him fetch his own wine for once. He's a drunk, a liar, and an arrogant prick.
You'd better watch your tongue, Bowen. It could be much worse.
What the fuck do you know about it? Nothing is worse than Norin. See, that's where you're lucky. Low expectations. If I'd grown up covered in pig shit, shovel and slop, well, maybe I'd think saddling his horse was the greatest honor in the Seven Kingdoms. I suppose this beats pig farming. But not by much.
Don't get angry with me. We're no different.
Hello, madam.
Aye, but I'm not the son of a pig farmer. My father had dignity. All I'm saying is, at this rate we'll never be more than this, which is nothing. The lowest of the low. For all I know, we could be squires for life. Pulling wine around a fucking wedding. What a waste of fucking time. Maybe
Guy's
if
got
my
a bad
uncle
attitude.
Castellan at House Forrester feel different.
How much further?
It's right over there.
Yeah, I figured I'd finally start playing this one while I drank my coffee this morning.
Take your time.
You lot have drunk your share. Good thing Lord Walder's in a generous mood.
My internet seems to be cooperating so far, which makes me happy.
Nice night for a wedding. Not often he finds a willing husband for one of his daughters.
Uh-oh.
Don't expect me to carry it for you, Sir Garrett. What? What's wrong? What's gotten into you? You're acting rather odd.
We have enough wine.
Then take the fucking flagon already.
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, if it stops today, I'm
Something the
definitely blaming
matter?
you.
Bowen, we have to go.
You go if you're in such a rush. But what about...
Pain in the butt, but I gotta
What the
save
hell was
him.
that about? Slow down, would you? What's the rush? Just don't need a fucking run.
We have to warn the others.
Warn them about what?
There's no time to explain. We need to find Roderick. He's out there by himself.
Uh-oh.
Fuck! We need to get back to camp.
Oh my goodness. The part where I die, because I don't remember where my buttons are.
Garen, we have to get back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A gift from the king.
my goodness.
Ready, boys! Whoa!
Well, now they're just showing off.
Shoot that one! What?
Oh. Yep, yep. It kind of looked like that hurt. Don't believe in me. I lose.
Ready, boys! Whoa! Shoot that one!
I can do it this time. Really.
What?
Oh, I died to this one.
Look out!
No, you're not. I wouldn't blame you. Crawl forward to safety towards all the people with swords. Makes sense. That's yeah. Exactly. Crawl to safety by climbing into the blender.
Good fucking riddance.
Garrett.
It's a good thing I
Find
saved him.
Roderick.
He was able to protect the Lord.
Speak up, Garrett. Did you see him or not?
The Freys. They slaughtered him, my lord.
Find a weapon, quickly!
Phrase. The phrase, of course it's the phrase. They suck. Uh-oh.
Walter Frey, you fucking traitor! Go, my lord, while there's still time.
Oh, I'm gonna get this guy killed, aren't I? I'm gonna feel terrible about it because he's such a nice guy. But the nice guys in Game of Thrones, they don't live.
We have to keep moving, my lord.
I'd never make it. They'll hunt us down like dogs.
Walder Frey says time to... Don't run,
Ooh. They are. The guy always goes so slowly, or not at all in this
Get
case.
it Iron Rat where it belongs. There's no time to waste. I'll be damned if I let it fall into the hands of those traitors.
Walder Frey says
You have to
about
go.
stage, you're welcome to the fucking torch.
I will do as you command, my lord.
You have served me well. I know I can count on you. Tell your uncle. Tell him. The North Grove must never be lost. Tell no one but him. Do you understand? You must swear. Tell only your Uncle Duncan. The future of the house may depend on it.
I swear that I will, my lord.
Hey, it's those
Now
foresters.
go. On your honor, you must do this for your house. Go!
Kill those fucking foresters.
Yeah, exactly.
With love from Walter Frey.
I liked, I believe it was Tales from the Borderlands. I think he like slap or punch a person in the face and said their face will remember that. I enjoyed it quite a bit. The sense of humor in Tales from the Borderlands was great, but I just haven't been able to get into it like the more depressing ones, like Walking Dead or Wolf Among Us. I figured this one will scratch that itch. Game of Thrones, it's bound to be depressing. Really? I read the books once every year before the show series starts. I think it's my favorite fantasy universe. Yeah, I suppose that's acceptable. I got the audiobooks so I could listen to them at work the first time. Big. Uh-oh.
Blood. Fresh.
But yeah, just keep walking that way. It's probably safe. Was an enemy. Oh, the living one? Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Never fear dead pig. They taste like bacon.
That's Father's car.
Lord Bolton better give us fucking titles for this. Winter may be coming, but at least he'll have his bacon. Move along, boy.
You're not
There's
wrong.
nothing for you here.
Father.
I said move on. Unless you want to get fed to the fucking pigs.
I'll kill ya.
I'm going to kill you.
Is that so? You can try if you like, and then we'll feed you to the pigs.
Get off my land!
This is Bolton land now, boy. Lord Bolton is the new Warden of the North. I reckon
Nonsense.
he'd like a proper lordly sword like that.
No.
I'll have that sword, boy.
You will. Your belly.
Aye. You'll have it.
You learn nothing in your years as a squire? Come on.
All right. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
You really are a pig farmer.
Yep, fail. I'm really glad this game just lets you try again, because I'm bad.
Alright. Finish this fucking pig farmer.
Pathetic.
Maybe I'll have better luck with the pitchfork.
You really are a pig farmer.
But I pushed it. Well, that's hardly fair.
Alright.
This is why I
Finish this
don't play
fucking pig
competitive
farm.
online games.
Pathetic.
You really are a pig farmer.
Don't look surprised. That's what happens when you put an axe in a person. Oh yeah, I believe that. The community in that game is just dark and filthy. I can't play those games because they're just so mean about it.
Mercy! Please! I beg of you! I have a family! They'll never survive without me! I have no quarrel with you! I was only following orders.
Killed my father.
Please!
Forget you.
Lord Whitehill will see you hang for this! That much I promise.
Yeah, I guess if you're on a team of people you know, it wouldn't be so bad, but I've tried playing as just a random. Learning the game is impossible. You just get yelled at so much.
You survived. Your sister. Oh, she hid. I tried to stop them.
I'll kill the men who did this.
No mercy for Bolton's man. He's a betrayer. And it's time to refresh my coffee. I'll be back in 30 seconds. What was my time?
It's Garrett! Get the Castellan! Tell him his nephew survived!
What was I supposed to tell my uncle again? Nice.
Carrot!
I was too late. They were already dead.
Bring the maester. Meet us in the Great Hall. Quickly!
2 Whitehill soldiers?
And a Bolton. They killed my family. And for what? My sister,
Yeah, didn't he say something along the
she was
lines of
only 8 years old.
Butler did it?
This never would have happened with the Starks in power. It's unimaginable. Unacceptable. You have my condolences.
Thank you, Maester.
The blade cut deep, but I should be able to save your leg.
I'd appreciate that.
Your justice was swift. Some will call it vengeance. No doubt the Whitehills will claim it was murder. It was your family. I can't say I would have done any different than you. But the Whitehills won't see it that way.
It was justice. They got what they deserved.
They did indeed. We can't let the Whitehills just walk all over us. These maggots ought to help prevent infection.
Oh, I didn't need to hear that.
Hold the wound open for me, would you?
Oh, you're gonna show me that too, aren't you? Really? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, for Pete's sake.
These are dark days, I fear. To lose the lord of the house and the eldest son through such a despicable act of treachery and betrayal. Greater houses than ours have fallen in times such as this. The late Lord Forrester was a good man. And poor Roderick. A serious man, but he would have made a good lord.
Our house will never
I don't
fall.
know. I feel pretty bad about
By
it.
the gods, let's hope you're right. The future of this house is in Lord Ethan's hands now, although he is young and altogether unprepared to lead. Right. This might hurt a bit. Hold this for me, will you? I understand from your uncle that Lord Forrester saved your life.
He did.
Rather odd, though, that he chose to save you, his squire, and not
I
his
give
son
them credit.
Roderick.
They made me uncomfortable with pixels.
Not that Roderick couldn't handle himself. He was as good with a sword as any man I've seen. It's unfortunate the Citadel doesn't train maesters in the art of warcraft.
He gave me a message to deliver.
A message? About what? What did he tell you?
Get my uncle. I was told only to tell him.
Your uncle? I see. Must be rather important, then. Lady Forrester will be here any moment now. I'd like you to walk for me first, to see if you can put any weight on that leg.
Oh, that guy's
Go
a
on.
miracle worker.
Don't stop now. It's better to let the blood circulate.
I think part of my problem, sensitivity. Controller. I wonder if I can. Oh, I guess it'd probably be in controls. Yeah, right? Like, I think I can save your leg, but nope, now you're fine. Nope, apparently not. Wait, I guess I just deal with the sensitivity. Innuendos? Really?
The Ironwood Grove.
Those could come in handy. And those.
This might help.
Oh, no, don't want that. Forget that.
Does your leg feel weak?
No. I just wanted to ask you. Why do the Whitehills hate the Foresters?
I think it's safe to say the feeling is mutual. There's been enmity between the two houses for as long as anyone can remember. I don't doubt someone killed someone, which led to more killings of someones, and then, well, here we are.
A lot of someone's. Oh, I'll get used to it. And I'll probably even compete once my coffee's kicked in, but, yeah, I had to think back to what I'd said, and, even I was a little
Whitehills
embarrassed.
want Forester Ironwood.
Ah, they'd take it all if we'd let them, especially now with the Boltons in power, and proceed to clear-cut every last inch of it until there's nothing left, just as they've done before.
Who is the new Lord of House Forester?
Why, Ethan?
Give me time. I'm usually a bear until at least, well,
At
now,
the Citadel.
but later
I swore
than
an
now
oath to
because
serve
it's the
whichever
weekend.
noble house I was assigned. Advising the late Lord Forrester was an honor. Advising Ethan, his third-born son, is challenging. There's still so much he has to learn, yet the very fate and future of this house rests in his hands. Which is rather frightening when you think about it.
What will happen to me now?
Excellent question.
I was
Under
gonna get a
normal
promotion.
circumstances, you could join Sir Royland and his men. Although, given the circumstances of your circumstances, it becomes a bit tricky, doesn't it? I suppose it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
Lord Forester promoted me. At the Twins, I'm no longer a
Sure
squire,
he did.
if that matters.
It might, I suppose. But I'll defer to Lord Ethan on this.
Can I see Ethan? Is he here?
He is, but I'm afraid he's indisposed at the moment. He prefers not to be disturbed while practicing his lute.
Really? Hey, your dad's dead. Not now, I'm playing my lute.
Never mind.
I may be mistaken. You do seem able to
It
put weight on
probably is. I just chose not to address it. You were real close. Replace that A with an E and I think you've got it.
Mirror. Still in King's Landing, I suppose. Although, I wonder if they'll bring her home. Talia and Ethan.
Give me time.
I suppose Lord Ethan now.
There's cleverness at the bottom of this cup.
Asher. Exiled to Essos, unfortunately. Lady Forrester. She's always been kind to me. Treated me like I was a Forrester myself. Ryan. Never easy being the fourth-born son. Lord Forrester.
Don't hold me to
It
the
was an
things
honor
I
to
say.
squire for
That
him.
way lies madness.
Gregor the Good. Roderick. He was our best warrior by far.
No, you see there? You're limping again.
I'm fine, really.
Feeling all right?
Can I go now?
I believe your leg will be fine. Only time will tell, but... Lady Forrester.
Welcome home, Garrett. We're all relieved to know you survived.
Thank you, my lady.
Talia asked to see you.
Garrett, I heard what happened. Is it true? Your family...
Oh, she's a good kid.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
Off to bed now. Hurry on.
Seems to care a lot about a pig farmer, though. more to this.
Garrett was just telling me how valiantly Lord Forrester fought to the end, even when all was lost. I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
You saved my life, my lady.
Yet not Roderick's.
You were with Roderick, no? I'm sure it was chaos and confusion, but if you can remember anything, I'm sure Lady Forrester would like to know.
Robb Stark named him to lead the van for the march on Casterly Rock.
Aren't they all? I mean, I
Fitting
guess you don't
tribute,
know,
no doubt.
not knowing Game of
He
Thrones,
was
but
House
yeah,
Forrester's
they
best.
all are somebody's bastard.
This has been so incredibly difficult for us, especially the children. But I was told you were the last.
It's almost
to see
like the
my
peasants
husband
aren't
die.
allowed to breed.
Yes, my lady.
I know it may be difficult to remember, but if I may ask, was there anything he said?
Any last words before he passed? If you can remember.
He asked me to return this to House Forrester. He said this is where it belongs.
Yeah, I guess if you
with his family.
if you associate with nerds,
Thank
you
you,
would have heard plenty.
Garrett.
Of course, my lady.
It's gotten
It
so
demands
popular.
a response.
It's too dangerous, especially now.
Now is the time to prove our strength.
I'll be sure it's given to Ethan.
Against aggression. Duncan, this was our land. They were our people. Your family.
I share your outrage, Sir Royland. I do. But now is not the time to provoke the White Hills. Not with Ramsay Snow coming to see us bend the knee.
The hell with Ramsay Snow, the bastard.
Garrett, you understand what this means. You killed a Bolton, and Ramsay Snow will want his retribution.
Let him come.
We're the ones that should be demanding retribution. This happened on Forrester land.
They killed my family.
And they'll pay for what they've done. That much, I promise. But now is not the time for vengeance.
If not now, when?
We have to be smart. Ramsay Snow will be here within the week.
It was spoilers
And
that
what
made
would
me
you
get
ask?
into the books and
Nothing.
read all the way
I would
ahead,
have us
so I
use our heads while they're
couldn't
still
have things
attached to our
spoiled on me.
shoulders.
Garrett has lost as much as anyone else within these walls. Maybe you can talk some sense into your uncle.
Garrett's suffered enough already. You ask too much of the boy.
He deserves to be heard.
My uncle's right. We need to be smart.
Smart. Eddard Stark was smart. And look where that got him.
He wasn't
So,
smart.
what's to be done?
He was honorable. That's where that got him.
Ultimately, it will be for Lord Ethan to decide.
He's just a boy who can barely hold a sword. He knows nothing of how to lead men.
He is the lord of this house, and he needs our help. It's bad enough the Boltons would have us bend the knee and swear fealty.
Okay, I gotta pause to address this. Jon Snow is far too important to be dead. Proper. I have several theories on the matter, but I think it's gonna all get changed around because the story in the show is going to be getting ahead of the story in the books, and the story in the show is not entirely the same as it has been in the book. There were a couple of characters that were in the books that haven't really been in the shows. One involved a skin changer who could, go into the bodies of his animals. And when he died, his spirit stayed in the body of his wolf. And then he lived on for a couple of chapters in the body of his wolf. And it was interesting storyline, but it's never made its way into the story, so that's a potential for Jon Snow. Also, what was the other one? There was a zombie, like the whites make these zombies, but there was a zombie that seemed to be a good guy, and he never made his way into the show either. So there's another potential for Jon Snow in the future. He could be a zombie that's not evil. As for being a woman, well, he's always kind of been a woman. He's emo Stark. That's a little more offensive than I meant it to be. I apologize, but
But now, this I'll accuse you of murder, and
I have
us
to
of
start
protecting
putting
you.
spoiler
The boy was
warnings on my
just
streams.
defending himself.
I'm not faulting him for what he did.
I'd have done the same, as any man would.
I've done nothing wrong.
Not in their eyes. It's just the excuse Ramsay Snow would need
He's-
to put us
he's
to
my
the
least
torch and
favorite
kill us
Stark.
all.
I'd like to see them
But giving
try.
his
I'm afraid
supposed
it's a risk
parentage,
we
there's
cannot
just no
take,
way that he's dead
which is why
properly.
you cannot stay.
Cannot stay. Duncan, the boy has suffered enough.
But where would I go?
The one place beyond the reach of even House Bolton.
Or through the
You're
wall.
sending him to the wall. The boy's done nothing wrong.
Not in the eyes of the Boltons. I'm afraid it's the only solution. Especially now, when the house is so vulnerable.
I'll do what's best for the house. So I'll go. I'm not afraid.
I know it doesn't seem fair, but it is what's best.
That settles it then.
That settles it.
You can have my horse, and I'll see you have plenty of food.
Hey, wait, I
We
have a
haven't much
message for
time.
you that
The
I don't
White Hills
remember.
will come looking for you.
There's got to be at least one good guy. I'm sure somebody else that I play, because I've seen it contains multiple characters. I'll play them as just a right bastard, but
Were it up to me, I'd gladly drive a sword through Lord Whitehill's heart.
just to shake things up.
I would. And God's willing, someday I will. But for now, I have House Forrester to consider first. Lord Forrester would be proud that you're putting the interests of the house ahead of your own. Many of Lord Forrester's best men have volunteered for the war. His own great-uncle was a ranger with the Night's Watch.
I'll do what's best.
Which often isn't what's easiest, but necessary nonetheless.
I've been waiting for the right moment to tell you.
What?
Oh crap.
What is it?
Lord Forrester
Okay.
asked me to give you a message.
That wasn't
He
as
said-
bad as I thought.
The North Grove can never be lost.
Sorry. You caught me by surprise. It's not often discussed, if ever.
He said tell only you.
Well, who could blame you?
For good reason. Most don't even know it exists. They think it's just a myth made up by wildlings and fools, and it's better kept that way. I assume you kept your word. You haven't told anyone else, have you? This is important, Garrett. I need to know the truth.
Of course not. I told no one.
Well done. Lord Forrester was right to put his trust in you.
Darn tootin'.
From this day forward, this will be our secret. But soon, I may need your help.
But
I can't say anything more just yet. Just know the North Grove may very well be vital to the future of this house. But don't breathe a word of it to anyone at the wall. Become a ranger if you can. It will help. Iron from ice.
iron from ice.
Remember, you represent House Forrester. Your actions at the war will reflect the honor and dignity of the house.
I'll serve with honor.
I know you will.
I figured there must be some context, so, you know, I took it lightly.
Garrett, wait!
And hoped I didn't offend you. Oh, she's offering me a favor. There's definitely more to it.
Be safe.
Not that it matters. Going to the wall. Not allowed to have wives. Okay, that makes a lot more sense in context. Yeah.
Ethan!
Uncle Dunk, I've always been in love with you. And that wouldn't be terribly out of line for the Game of Thrones universe anyway.
I couldn't find him. Could you?
They're all about the familial love.
He hides too well, and if he were smart, he would reveal himself.
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I'm here. It's okay. Don't worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
Stupid game. I don't like it.
He was worried you were gone.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here.
It takes hide and seek way too seriously.
I wish Mira was here. And Asher. And Roderick.
I do too. But Mira's in King's Landing and...
Can't she come home? I don't want her to die too.
Ryan, she's perfectly safe, I promise you.
I don't want Garrett to die either. Maester Ortengrin said he got sent to the wall.
That's early. It's going to be a long
miss
day.
Garrett. He was nice.
I don't know what he did to get sent away like that.
He'll be fine. Garrett is smart.
No one will tell me what Garrett did, but it must have been serious. I heard Duncan and Sir Royland talking. They said someone will come here looking for revenge.
Everyone's worried about you, but I'm not. I know you'll protect us.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well, Sir Royland for one. He says you can't fight very well.
What?
And he calls you a milksop.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
I don't care what he says. I can protect you.
What
With
is
my
milksop?
loot.
I don't know. But I know it's not good.
Ethan, you should let Sir Royland teach you how to wield a sword. Like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I mean.
A lord should know how to fight.
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me,
Yeah, you should
Roderick,
probably just like
Asher.
hermit for the rest of the
We'll
day,
be
just
out
so you
here for
don't
hours.
run out of
Where was
awkward
I?
in situations where you
born
need to
yet.
be.
We had so much fun. But then, well, then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher just got angry at everything. Promise me you won't be like that. Please, just be you. I like you the way you are. I know a lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
I may have to change.
I'd rather have my brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
But since you're the new lord,
Put on
You
some
can do
lullabies on the
anything you
car
want,
stereo
I
and
suppose.
drive
everyone will have to do
slowly.
as you say.
Also, if you hope he sleeps,
So I
don't
can
let
have
him
all the
drive.
sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
Really?
Of course. Why not?
Dad let the kid dream.
Lord
Innocent.
Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced and certainly unexpected. He's come demanding justice.
Yeah.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
See you upon your
Stay
return.
with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to stay with his family.
Fine. If that's what's required of me.
Very well then.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction. Out there, you were decisive and firm. Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash. Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle
That
Lord
was
Whitehill.
quick.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
I don't like this guy who's like trying to guide me with all the scars on his face. He's clearly not a good guy. Probably giving me the right advice, but...
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother.
Well, that was
The late
insincere.
Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
That a fact?
I've been waiting for this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. You're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head. And no bread and salt! What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread and salt? You bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much. Bloody Forresters.
I don't like this
Fetch Lord
guy,
Whitehill some bread and salt.
but
It was an oversight, Lord Whitehill.
gotta
I
follow
promise it won't happen
procedure.
again.
Not likely. You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have you back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe
Yes,
if you
you
hadn't been
are.
so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Yeah, me too. But in the best way. Everyone's...
Your man, the squire.
Everyone's
we were minding our own
terrible.
business. Keeping the king's peace,
just like
as his
real life.
lordship here said. When your man attacked us for no reason.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
That's not how it happened.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it.
Yep.
I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Give him a call.
What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Yay, Mom.
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady.
Well, his
Considering
tone
you're
changed pretty
lost
quickly.
and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Oh, I like her. She's sassy.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
He might like playing with his lute out in the forest, but he'll be a good lord.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Like the one in King's Landing is going to have to be the bad guy.
Your sister can help us.
Nobody gets through in King's Landing without
Although
being
just
terrible.
a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing about Game of Thrones. There are 1,000,001 characters.
Ethan made this for me.
And the inter-family relationships and the betrayals brewing in everyone's hands. Oh, it's all just so great. I never thought I'd enjoy like political drama so much.
It once belonged to Lady Olenna. Asher sent me this coin to remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
You choose to look at it, and that's what she does. She just looks at it. Awesome.
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can. Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Now the thing is, in the Game of Thrones world, unless you see a person die, like their guts spilled out on the ground, they're probably not dead. And Roderick was just pinned under a horse, so I'm convinced he's probably alive.
King's Landing. I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Uh-oh.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Who's this dirty kid?
No, it's fine. Come in.
Oh.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie?
It's awful nosy for a small,
I may
dirty
be wrong,
child.
but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Clearly.
I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Notices a lot, doesn't he?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but...
You were eavesdropping?
No, not at all. I was just passing by and I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
Yep, and he's dropping all the right
I'd like to know.
names and...
Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy. Not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there.
He's a little bird, as the spy master Varys might say. But why is he giving me the information?
Lady Marjorie.
Well, there's always that, I guess.
You're early.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Alright, time to be evil and manipulative as possible.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept.
The kid
She
wasn't lying.
mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
What does she intend to do?
Send her to the wall,
She
send him to the
intends to
wall,
make
send
you
everyone to the
miserable,
wall.
knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I'll do as you ask, my lady.
I knew I could trust you. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Gotta keep Marjorie on my side.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Cersei just thinks she's the most conniving woman in all of Westeros. Marjorie is.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
Yeah, no, it's definitely Marjorie's help I need. Forget Cersei. Play your part, wait for the moment to strike, and then put the knife in between her ribs. Oh my god, it's Tyrion.
You can do this.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
I am honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to
Absolutely
me, I
not.
see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
She seems
Are they?
decent,
I beg your
but
pardon,
it's
Your
all
I
a
wasn't
front.
talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Joffrey is the one true king, Your Grace.
And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They were the Wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good.
The girl did name Joffrey as the one true king.
I love Tyrion so much.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent, and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and
That's
they'd
a
do
threat.
whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let
would...
the girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern
I
girl
believe
who
it's
thinks
just
she can
kind of
play
set
games.
during
Who
one
would you
time
choose?
period.
I must choose Marjorie, Your Grace.
And I believe it's just like an offshoot story.
Clearly your handmaiden
as far as
does
I know,
not
the
have her
Foresters don't
priorities
play any part whatsoever.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she?
In the
The
actual
most
books.
dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
But then you're
I'm not
getting the
quite sure what to
cameos
make
from
of
all
her.
of the
Not
main
surprising, I
characters as well.
suppose, for a
Cersei
northern
and
girl,
Tyrion
but
and
not very
Marjorie.
encouraging either. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
I'll walk you out.
Nice. Let's hang.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannister. Even then, he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
You were brave to declare your loyalty to Lady Marjorie. No doubt she was pleased, but Cersei, she will not soon forget what you said.
Get Cersei.
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining. But it certainly wasn't what Cersei was expecting.
I wasn't trying to please her.
I think that was clear to everyone. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose
Gotta
the
love
Crown
that sass.
could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
I'm a brave girl.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it?
Awesome.
Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent
not
the
so much
entire day
idiots,
working on
just
seating arrangements for the
honorable
wedding.
people who
Of
are
course,
rebelling
you and I
against
are
the crown.
seated way at the back. Here with the full
And
faces
everybody
of
in the
Nightfall
South is
sons.
kind of an asshole.
Sir Jamie, I wouldn't mind tarnishing
So
that
yeah,
white
they
cloak
don't
of
like
his.
much each other much.
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour.
He is quite handsome.
And quite passionate, from what I've heard.
Oberyn Martell is dreamy.
Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners. You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the
She
power
just
you
told
would
me to
have
become a
as
nun.
Queen of the Seven Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Oh, we're in trouble.
Well?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was rather disappointed by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly.
Yeah, it seems to be in this show, it's almost always the women that are pulling the strings. The men might go and swing their swords, but
I do appreciate your willingness to appease
it
her,
always
as
seems to be to
difficult as it may
please
have been.
the ladies' plans.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
I don't, but I trust Marjorie. So.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask
Yeah,
this
pretty
of you,
much.
but my mother insisted.
You
It's
know,
about my family.
you call it what you will, cunning.
Ramsay Snow.
Insane.
What would you have me do?
Either way works.
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
It is that dire, my lady.
Yeah, there's a
I
very
fear for my
fine line
family's
between the
safety.
two. Much like, you know, artistic genius and insanity.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Well, you did describe yourself as insane. So that doesn't surprise
Very
me all
well.
that much.
I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Oh, it's not going to go well. That look on her face is not promising. Oh, that's not good.
7 hells.
You say that every time you see this guy and hear screams. Oh. Oh, it's not the Boltons, is it? Oh, it is, so.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
The Bolton's house sigil is, a flayed man. You can see it on the flag over here.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
They're pretty messed up.
Cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets. But the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father is the Warden of the North.
Yeah.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh! Listen.
This guy, he's just a terrible, terrible
There.
person.
Hear that? I know I heard something.
I'm so tense.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Right? He can break a twig standing still. Like, he's a squire who can't fight. Sneaking through the woods, he can't sneak. They're sending him to the wall where, like, life is super, super harsh. He's just gonna die. I don't really want to see this.
Bloody hell.
Well, I apologize for that then.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young.
You keep saying that.
And there are those
I
within these
disagree.
walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester lords.
I mean, I guess
stand
it's not
behind you.
Walking Dead with, what was her name? Clementine sewing her own arm
And your
shut,
grandfather,
making you go through
Lord
every stitch.
Thorin the Bold,
That was a
who
little rough
seized
for
back
me,
the river
but
valley from the White Hills.
What did they call
I guess
my
I just
father?
don't like to see children
Lord
suffer.
Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Yeah, I guess. But, don't tell anybody.
Son of a whore. Move. Summon the Lord. We need his judgment.
Oh, this
I've
isn't
done
gonna
nothing
end well.
wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan. Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
Is what Sir Royland said true?
Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
true. I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Stop hitting him. Not his
Ethan,
fault. He was
I
afraid.
know these words are
My
hard,
fault
but
is
they're honest.
not
This
being
house
a
is
good
falling.
enough leader for him to
We'll
trust.
never survive the coming winter.
We are in this together.
You say that, but it won't be you who's starving come winter.
You'll address him as Lord.
Stop hitting him.
Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
The men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the war.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserve time. Make him pay for what he's done. Give us justice.
Oh, this is going to be one of those tough decisions, and no matter what I choose, I'm going to feel bad for doing it.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
He's right.
Please, my lord, my family depends on me.
Our house tends to its people. See, this man is paid and his family is fed.
Lord Ethan, you are truly a merciful and noble lord.
My lord, this man is a criminal.
Shut up.
A brazen thief.
He still serves House Forrester and deserves our protection.
He's a rat in our grain stores.
My lord, we must speak about our gold reserves. Soon.
My lord, I thank you for the mercy you've shown me. I will never forget my debt to you and to this house.
I feel good about that decision. For now. It'll haunt me later. I know it will.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due.
Not just yourself, of course.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again.
You're
But a
absolutely
sentinel can help
correct,
you in the
Chiggy.
face of disloyalty. You need
yeah.
someone you can trust by your side.
You can't be a good person in the Game of Thrones universe. It just
Someone
gets you killed.
can rely on, no matter the circumstance. Possessing wisdom.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here. The bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
I get the impression that they're trying to lead me to
Come
pick,
speak with me when you're ready to convene
Uncle
the small
Duncan.
council, my lord.
Because he's reasonable and the other guy is a jerk, and like they made a big point of making him seem like a jerk in this scene right before they tell you to decide. But you know, he's not wrong. I should make an example of people. He's a strong person. People could get behind him. But he's such a jerk. Yeah, he knows about that thing that something about the North Grove. Ah. Tough decisions. Tough decisions.
Slash right. That means now.
But do I want just another yes man? I mean, dissenting opinions are good for growth, right? He listened when I told him to let it go. Let him
Yes,
go.
Lord Ethan. Are you prepared to name your Sentinel?
What is it you're doing over here?
Admiring the ironwood, my lord. I studied it at the Citadel. The wood may be black, but I see gold. An entire forest of gold.
What do you mean?
It is our greatest asset, my lord.
Done. You're the
Why
Sentinel.
not give some of our ironwood to House Bolton and have them leave us be? We could ransom ourselves. You can hardly put a price on your own life, or the lives of those you love.
Ransom or a robbery? We may pay him now, but what's to stop him from coming back again?
Lord Ethan, The dangers of today outweigh the fears of tomorrow.
You know what? I'm going to take the decision out of my hands. I'm going to go talk to people, and I'm going to get opinions, and then I'll let you decide. I'll choose whoever you tell me to.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight.
Pressure's on.
But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores.
Because you're a good person, and I trust you'll lead the people in the right
We've done it
direction.
before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house. Even if you don't decide now, you may need to soon enough. Until then, I can speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more. My lord.
But let's get the facts first. You are now.
Ethan. Or should I say Lord Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow. At first light.
Uncle, why are you packing? You're not going somewhere, are you?
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Price you pay for being the only one here.
She has asked me to return with him, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice. And I'd trust him.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Can't negotiate with Ramsay Snow and expect to come out with your skin on your back.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of family above all else. Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough.
Yeah.
But right now I'm more concerned about you.
I'm good.
I saw what you did to that man.
I can't afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The people want me to lead. They need me to, but...
What?
I'm just a kid.
Ethan, please.
Who should I name as my sentinel?
It should definitely be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland is unpredictable and likely to make matters worse.
Well, that's true too.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
They don't make this decision easy. See what he has to say about them.
Swing left. Sorry. Wrong. I didn't know
Sir
dogs
Royland,
could hold swords.
A word?
Of course, my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
Because I didn't
It's
want
not
it.
ready. No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come.
You might not agree with it, but
Now, when I say parry, get that sword out.
all right, I think it's time for decisions. What do we think? Uncle Dunk or Sir Royland? We got trees. I mean, you know, who doesn't like trees? Wait, what does the kid have to say on the matter?
Careful. Keep at it and you won't have much left. Something to pick your teeth with.
No, Ethan. Look at this. All good swords have a name. I call mine Two Brothers. I carved this to give me strength. And this, so I remember.
Aw.
I mean, I could never forget. But, oh, you know, don't you?
You honour Roderick with this. He was a strong one.
He was.
I still think Roderick's alive.
Someday, I'll have a real one. But not like that one. Only a lord could have that sword.
You'll have a good sword.
I
I'm
agree.
sure of it.
The poor kid.
I watched
Just a
you
little
today.
guy.
I saw what you did to that man. Was he our enemy? A bad man? Everyone keeps talking about them.
No, he's not our enemy. But he did a bad thing.
Oh
Then
my
I wish
goodness.
you'd hurt him. People who do bad things need to be punished. Someone did something bad to Father and Roderick. Someone should hurt them even worse. I want a real sword. No one's afraid of wood. I'll find the men who took Roderick someday, and I'll make sure I have a real sword when I do.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Everyone saw what I did. What did I do? I let him go. Because it was the right thing to do. I think that's just bad writing. He'll get over it. He's just a kid. Think she's in the tower over here?
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
No, apparently not. I don't get to talk to Mom.
Swords up. You can lift them, yeah?
What are those two chatting about? Where's that guy going? Looks like Mom's not a choice.
Do it like you mean it.
Can't get there because cart. Looks like that's it.
Slash and parry. Slash and parry. Again.
The time is now. What do we got?
Now, when I say parry, get that sword out.
And I will follow it, whatever it is. You're a jerk. All right then.
Come on, you dogs. You'll not be fighting here forever.
I've decided to name you as my sentinel, Sir Royland.
Thank you, my lord, but are you sure?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
I just think that when it comes to ruling and being in charge, having a dissenting opinion is a valuable asset. You don't get focused in on one opinion.
My lord, are you now ready to name your sentinel?
Yes, Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small council at once.
He's clearly loyal. He thinks he's doing what he thinks is best. He's just a little rough around the edges. Oh, excuse me. But in the Telltale games, every decision you make is the wrong one, so I guess it probably doesn't really matter. I don't know if I'd call you rough around the edges, but maybe I just don't know you well enough yet.
Has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
Let him be on with it.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision.
I trust that I will learn.
Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this. A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but
I
it's
tried.
True.
Now, Sentinel, what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword. That's bloody suicide. You gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls. Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted. This is the small council, is it not?
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
Yeah. Go, kid.
The Bolton sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand.
He's not wrong.
Every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
Yeah, he's making me regret it already.
That it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Just roll over? Just like that?
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
And I've already promised the ironwood to the crown.
Although Sir Royland may object, I shall use diplomacy with Lord Snow. I would be foolish to pick a fight without negotiating first. I'll offer our allegiance and try to reach a reasonable agreement.
If you aren't ready for a fight, you're bound to lose when one breaks out.
Why not do both?
Ethan has
I
made
mean,
his opinion
you know?
known, and you will respect his decision.
Couldn't hurt to have everybody ready.
Forgive
but
us, my lord.
Talk,
We are, of course, here
you know?
to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival. Invite him into this hall, and meet him face to face, lord to lord.
Ramsay Snow is no lord. That's absurd. You meet him at the
Right?
gate with as much force as we
It just
can
seems so ridiculous.
Make him wait. Let
Hey,
him
they're
gaze
coming to
upon
pay us a
Ironman.
visit. Better
And
kill
when he
him.
enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him in the Great Hall.
It's careless. Can't you see Tuttle is steering you wrong? You'll lead us into ruin.
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen to this. You're likely to get us all killed.
Sit down at once.
I like it.
Apologies, my son. But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will meet Ramsay Snow in the Great Hall, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
As I expected
Then
you would.
perhaps we should adjourn.
Good man.
We have to prepare the house.
My lord.
Yeah, I don't know
you've
about
named
that.
your sentinel, but you still seem conflicted. And no matter what, you can't be indecisive. Not if you want to help this house.
I haven't seen
Forgive
too many
me.
groups of women who get things done together.
There will always be those who question your
a single
leadership,
woman, sure.
which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing.
Just
There are
saying.
others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring
you
him
get
back.
many of them
He's a
working on the
skilled
same
fighter.
project.
But what's more, he has the will to fight. A
And,
hunger for it.
They tend to,
He always protected
well,
you and
do
your
what
sister.
happened in the council there. I guess it's just a
And we
people
need
thing.
all the help we can get.
And I got too busy
Do
talking
you
to make a
remember the
decision there.
miller's boy? How he tormented you? I wanted to intervene, but your father said Ethan must fight his own battles. But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth.
Which comedian is that? I'm
Of
not
course, your
familiar.
father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you. It's something we could use.
I'm not like that, but I don't need to be, do I?
No, but you need someone who is standing beside you.
I may have to look into this, John Mull.
I'm trying to do what's best for this family, what this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a Forrester, Mira stands with us, and she may be able to help us yet.
Oh, well, if he's on Netflix, that makes things easy. These are all things I shouldn't play with.
Marjorie? Oh.
Uh-oh. That's a sad
Lady
face.
Marjorie is still with the king. I thought you'd want to know.
Thank you.
Mira, look. The other day when you asked Lady Marjorie for help, I only spoke out of fear for her. I want to help you if there's anything I can do. Your poor family. I can't imagine how you must feel.
Please don't repeat what you heard to anyone.
Of course.
Me
I
either.
never would. Lady Marjorie is always saying how important friends and allies are in King's Landing. Just know, I will be here for you if you ever...
Oh, she's got a sad face too. This can't end well. I was really hoping it would be that simple.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Never that simple. Wait for her to talk.
The king was
Awkward
not inclined to
silence.
offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
Oh. He got rough about it,
He
apparently.
said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
I'm so sorry, my lady. I should never have asked you for the king's help. Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find
Pass the
some way to
buck.
forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
I'm sorry, my lady.
Soon I will be queen, and maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
No.
I must send a
Me
reaper.
too,
I
but
have
she
to warn
tried,
my
and I
family.
appreciate her
If
for
you'll
that.
excuse me, my lady.
I've still got Tyrion. He
Milady.
can still help me.
Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
How long have you been waiting there?
Not long. I was just passing by when I saw you emerge from Lady Marjorie's room. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei.
What's this kid's angle?
I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can I trust you? There are spies everywhere in King's Landing.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who...
That may be so, but he's no one.
People
Just
be willing
wouldn't
to
work.
help you.
It's not what you know, it's who you know in King's Landing.
Where
Yeah.
the bloody hell is Duncan?
People.
He should be here.
Ah, fuck him if he's angry. We'll do without him. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own.
Well, yeah, that too.
Your men
I
are
mean,
ready to act.
so
if
I
needed.
hear.
Our plan is a good one. It will work so long as everyone does their part.
Oh, and of course he comes in with that guy.
Isn't this a lovely pile of timber? Not the place I'd want to be if there was a fire.
Ironwood is near impervious to flame, my lord.
Is it?
May I introduce Lord Ramsay of House Bolton, son of Roose Bolton? Although a bastard, Lord Ramsay has the full authority of the
Thank you,
Warden of
Lord.
the...
That's enough. Who is this little boy? Is he lost?
May I offer you bread and salt, Lord Ramsay?
I loathe bread and salt. Aren't you the little lord? Lord Whitehall told me you were young, but this... Look at you.
Something to be said for people who
Warden of the
walk
North.
into your house and just
Let me guess.
be jerks. I
Forrester,
mean,
are
you know.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so?
That's so.
Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn...
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Yeah.
Look at that. More foresters.
Lord Ramsay?
Come out where I can see you.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal.
Gotta play my role.
Ha! That wasn't so hard now, was it?
No, it was kind of hard. Just
I
gotta
don't
say.
care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you?
Nope.
That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was
That
Forrester
again.
Squire who did it.
Jeez Louise.
One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived.
He was within his right. They killed his family.
His right? He killed a loyal soldier in my father's army. Then you welcomed me into your hall like a proper lord, hoping I wouldn't linger outside long enough to notice your pathetic little army.
Come on.
That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What?
No.
The Ironwood. But...
The Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves!
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't?
Absolutely.
We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such
It
craftsmen.
absolutely is. Doesn't seem to matter what
Do
I
you want
choose. I
Ironwood for
feel
the
like
next
I'm
5
making the
years,
good
or the
decisions.
next 50
And yet,
generations?
it's all coming back to
The
haunt me.
little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before.
I think I may have to take that. I mean,
To ensure there's no
that
trouble,
he offered that is
Lord Whitehill will install
something.
a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
At Ironrath?
What?
That we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace.
This will cause more trouble, not less.
Not for me.
You think that?
You have a man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
And his own son.
The seven hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forrester. You're not frightened, are you?
Oh man. Don't go after the kid. I like the kid.
Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Ah, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother.
I don't
never
like the way
had a
this is
sister.
going at all.
Always wanted one.
We have more to discuss, Lord Snow.
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Not a
Ramsay,
chance.
that's enough.
Well, now
You
now
like
it's come to fighting.
Let her go.
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well.
My lord, if you want a hostage, take me.
I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the brave lord?
I don't like this.
What have you done?
But I don't want the brave lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan!
My lord!
Oh, no!
Even
No
though
way.
we did bend the knee.
That's justified.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
Ethan. Oh, come on.
However,
But
the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Stop!
Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Brian.
oh, this is war.
Lovely meeting all of you. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Somebody help him.
Fetch the maester, quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let him take me!
You will not take him!
No, please! Ryan, please!
No!
Ryan! Do something!
Ethan. My son.
Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, because the brother's off, like, in the far lands being a fighter or something. He'll come back with a score to settle. But I am still so sad. I liked the little lordling.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life.
Yeah.
He'll be remembered as Ethan
Yeah,
the
me
Brave.
too, Chicky.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you flat out refused.
We can't let them
did
hurt
not.
Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us.
I'm willing to bet
Those
that
who
was
hold House
scripted.
Forrester above
It seems
all other loyalties.
like too big
Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged.
a plot point.
Until Ryan
to
is
not
home
happen.
again. Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
Nothing comes without a cost, my lady. Are you prepared for what might happen?
Oh man. So much for having like good people. They all like die. Not too many people picked him. Well, That was episode 1. I believe there's 5 or 6. So I think I'll probably take a little bit of a break, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, grab a bite to eat for lunch, and yeah, I think I'll probably start into episode 2. This game's pretty good. I mean, I hate it because it makes me feel terrible, but I love a good story, even if it's bad. Man, the poor kid. Well, if you're not around, enjoy your drive. Um, and I'm sure I'll chat with you again later. Yeah, as well as Game of Thrones can go. Never very well if you're a good person. Oh, I can skip the credits in this one. Awesome. Um, Provided the stream goes well enough, the videos will be uploaded to my YouTube, which I don't have linked on my page yet, I don't think. I'll have to fix that. Um, yeah, otherwise, the VOD will be on my Twitch, so if you miss it and want to catch up, you feel free. But on that note, I do have to put something in my belly. I'm full of coffee and, yeah, just a little over caffeinated at this point. So again, thanks for joining me, and I will see you a little later on, I'm sure.